Hello, back at it on Act 3. Jesus, that's a hefty start. Do I remember the July Revolution? Well, I was going to try and introduce M here to...
It's my birthday.
Yes, arguably.
That's a better introduction.
Yeah, so this is your first time seeing this game. I have mentioned it. Basically, it's bumbling, bird-based Sherlock Holmes and Watson in 19th century France.
So, what I'm hearing is that when people get bored of the current escape rooms, we have a niche.
If we can create an aviary-based one, perhaps, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we have.
And yeah, there's also been this undercurrent, this B plot of a sort of proletariat revolution of wolves, which might be coming to a head now.
Okay, well that's worrying. How many opportunities am I get to make tit jokes during this?
We haven't actually had any blue tits or great tits appear yet, so we will see.
What about blue-footed boobies?
Nor them, actually. We've had a dodo, but yeah.
And my people are extinct because of them, so...
Basically, Act 1 and Act 2, we had... They've both been murder cases, actually.
Nice.
There was a frog who was killed by a cat, and a dog who was killed by a swan.
Please tell me the frog wasn't Froggy Mercury.
No, he was Monsieur Grenouille.
That's so shit.
That's what they called him.
We literally... Alright. Hi, I'm here to take away all the fun from everything that's happening in a linguistic way.
Well,
that's why you have me on, right? Just to take away the fun.
Well, it's when I feel like I am unable of producing fun.
Also, when you feel unable to physically lift me out of your house.
But, you can at least go grammar Nazi on this and correct all the French pronunciation that I butcher.
Pronunciation, thank you.
Exactly. Of course, how could I ever forget the chanting, the violence, the smell of gunpowder, the 3 glorious days. All right.
Is it just me who's seeing a mildly bemused cat in that?
No cats yet.
Well, no, it was the way that the...
Also, is this soundtrack from The Shining? This is... this is very reminiscent of that. Oh, wow, okay.
That's the... That face looked like the one where you have to manage a building in Cividrosia. Beholder, something like that?
I have no idea. So, I did question the Sleeping City, Act 3. I did question last time what good us lawyers will be if, violent revolution breaks out.
Oh, so it's actually bird law.
Yeah, they're actual birds. This is Sparrowson. I can't believe he's skipping work again. I swear, if I find that moping bird brain at Le Canard Joyeux... Ah, finally. Good morning, Falcon. Mornings, but... No, wait, it's 2 in the afternoon. That means the official greeting is... This will be some kind of pun. Oh no. Where the hell have you been, lazy bones?
Bones, surely.
It's far too early for this level of roasting. Pass the Cabernet Sauvignon. No way, you ain't got important business to discuss, and I can't do that if you're half drunk. Mon Dieu, give me a break. I haven't had a good night's sleep since the trial.
This feels like a conversation between us.
Who's who?
No, I'm the one who's drinking Cabernet Sauvignon for breakfast.
Ah, fair. Something on your mind? Actually, yes, it was what that wolf judge said about a revolution. Sure, that guy was off his rocker. And besides, if we worried about every potential French Revolution, we'd never get any work done at all. Am I right? I've been treating the ellipses as a chance to just go... Ooh. That's the bird ellipses.
How do you do that?
Ooh.
What parts of your mouth are you and your throat are you engaging?
I can't tell you, but all I can say is I was raised by pigeons.
Oh, yeah, that do it. That's why I find you so funny.
And why I steal people's chips and shit everywhere. Yeah, maybe you're right. Worrying doesn't do us any good. Tell me about the important business you wanted to discuss. Oh yeah, the business. A letter. This one's from the Paris Police Department. Fancy wax seal and everything. That is indeed a fancy seal. Well, go ahead, Sparrowson. You may have the honours. Alright. Monsieur Falcon.
Monsieur.
Okay. Meet me on the rooftop cafe opposite the... Here we go. Place de la Bastille.
Place de la Bastille.
There we are. I'll have a proposal.
La Bastille is the 14th of July. It's basically the French equivalent of Independence Day in the US, although it's not done with such fervour. But it's it's Independence Day.
Yeah, so the place de
la Bastille.
Yeah. Is that like a square or a building in particular?
Fucked if I know. How many times? I'm Mauritian. I haven't been to France much.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry. It's the language, not the architecture you know about. So.
Well, no. From what I know, La Place de Bastille, the closest that I've been.
Also, this is several centuries ago, so you know.
No, but it's still extant. It's still a place that people congregate. It's not as monumentous in French terms, say le Arc de Triomphe, or and I cannot think of the German word, but the arches where they have the statues. I'm so sorry to any German listeners.
I know, the Brandenburg. Okay.
Yeah, the Turm Brandenburg.
Yeah, I know that from Civ 5.
So it's not...
Fuck yeah, knowledge.
Sorry. To my knowledge, it's not kind of that thing, but it's not a monument.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll find out when we get there.
No, we'll find out whilst you're reading in wonderfully intelligent, entertaining voices, whilst I look it up.
Regards, Inspector Valerti. That's it. How terse. And that's been added to the evidence folder.
Oh no, just to, before you go on, Place de la Bastille is in fact a tower, a very prominent tower, in fact, and although it doesn't appear to be any different to any World War I memorial that happens in pretty much every South English town.
Yeah, I mean, there's only so much you can do with a tower, and I mean, Pisa's already got the, gimmick aspect.
I got drunk about 200 metres away from it.
Oh.
Right, I know it now. I knew it by look, but not by... Yeah, I think...
Well, we're meeting at I think it said a rooftop cafe opposite it, so... A proposal from the inspector. Interesting. Do you have any idea what sort of proposal he has in mind? Not a clue. So, are we going to meet him and find out? Nope. Nope, the inspector's a crime-obsessed nincompoop. It's weird, I've never seen that spelt out before.
Yeah, have you not?
I'm sure I have somewhere, but very, very rarely,
Can you send that to my therapist? Because crime-obsessed nincompoop sums me up and it'd save him a lot of work.
Fair enough. I have no intention of listening to anything he has to say. But what if the proposal's really good? Like, we have 100 litres of wine that need to be drunk post-haste. Wishful thinking. It's more likely he just has some paper-pushing task that the police can't be bothered to do. Incidentally, M just like an expression of glee and wonderment.
Just last one, I said, no, this is Steve's stream. You only interject when you need to, but that line was created for me, and I'm sure you wouldn't.
No, that's why I'm just giving the stage directions that you threw your hands up in glee. Silent glee, but
I still stayed quiet.
No.
Don't get used to it.
No, I won't. Can I make a suggestion? Let's go meet the inspector. If he gives us an impossibly good wine gig, then we graciously accept. And if he offers us a terrible paper-pushing job, then we can reject it to his face in style. We can tell him to shove it. Yeah, we can be like, shove it, Inspector.
Oh, that was
Say it with me, Falcon.
For to say, we can dub it.
Yeah,
As a response.
yeah, missed bird pun. Shove it, Inspector. Shove your lousy paper-pushing job. Louder. Shove it, Inspector. That felt pretty good. Alright, let's go stick it to the inspector in person. Oh, but before I forget, I need to drop by the hospital at some point.
That was a weird hyphen.
What did you eat this time? No, it's not like that. Well, not entirely.
I mean,
I need to pay for the bill from my last visit. Oh, that's reasonable. Sure, we can pay a visit, but the inspector's call should take priority, I think.
So, where is this meant to be set?
France, Paris, possibly, even.
Alright, so you wouldn't... And correct me if I'm wrong, any French listeners, and I will check it with my camarade, but generally it's not the whole US situation where you have to pay to see a doctor in general.
No, well, a lot of the dialogue in this is not period, authentic. They're having fun with it, but
I mean, what I'm really struggling
it's
with
like...
is the authenticity of it. It's almost like two birds can't speak languages and can't solve crimes, and really, that's the thing that has taken me out of the immersion.
Yeah. No, it's I think it's a fairly indie developed game, and if you're on board with the premise of different animals doing detective work, then you can forgive some of the slightly not
we're on a premise. I
period
thought I was meant to
specific
be taking it all as literal
dialogue. No.
I thought that everything was done in kind of scratch marks, and
I'm trying to
I need to reevaluate my whole approach to the world.
I'm trying to remember what year they specifically said it was. I think it's something like 1870 something. But this is the more we go on and the more they mention their drinking habits, the AA office is quite a good joke as well. Because the game is they are Aviary Attorney is their company name, but
fun fact, in a lot of romance speaking European people, so for example, let's just use France. France is an exception. Spain, Italy, and Portugal.
Mm-hmm.
We have the EU. Let's say that's how we say it in English. But the equivalent would be the EEUU. Because it's the European Union, it's plural, the initialism is therefore pluralized. Oh,
okay. I can't fully wrap my head around that, but that's interesting.
That's your fun fact for the day. The rest will be less fun.
And if I had to guess, that is the tower that you just Googled. So, neat. It's far too cold to be meeting on a rooftop cafe. Why couldn't the inspector have chosen a comfier location? Who knows? Maybe the inspector likes the view because it reminds him of his days guarding the old Bastille under the Ancien regime. Wait, you think the inspector worked here during the Ancien regime? Do you think that's how he got his war wounds? It was a joke, Sparrowson. I'm pretty sure the inspector isn't that old.
This feels like a scene from the thing that Daniel Craig's in, Glass Onion.
Oh, I've not seen that because
just like holding his hands. I'm overcorrecting myself now.
Yeah, I never quite nailed down this guy's voice. It was basically posh like the other, like JJ Falcon, but yeah, just more so. Well. Severin, what are you doing here? Settle down, JJ. Just like you, I was invited here by the inspector. What could he want with all three of us? It's hardly unusual for the lawyers and police of France to collaborate. The inspector probably has a big investigative role that requires all hands on deck. A big investigative role? Sounds juicy. Oh, by the by, did you hear what happened to Judge Romulus? No, what? It turns out that he acquired his position as judge through illegal means, so a warrant has been put out for his arrest. He's a wanted... He acquired his... That's weird. That didn't seem like an interjection, but it just cut off. He acquired his position through illegal means? What does that even mean? I'm a little hazy on the details. Something about pushing another judge into the scene. Is that how you say that? Seine. The River Seine. Yeah, that's come up.
Lesson.
Fair enough. I think we fell in the River Seine at one point. Oh yeah, because someone.
When did you fall in the River Seine?
No, our character in this, he was attacked and.
No, it's lesson. Although
I can believe that.
If any French-speaking person comes in here who tells me my French pronunciation is Mauritian, so
yeah.
Whilst I'm sure that my pronunciation is fine, my accent may be off.
It's fine. I'm sure that's the least of people's criticisms they may have.
I'm pretty sure that at this point it's not going to have a litany of Mauritians coming in and Parisians coming in going, you fuckers.
But if you'd like to have a civil war in the comments, go for it. It all helps my recognition.
It will stop my grandfather turning in his grave.
And it all boosts me up in the algorithm, so, you know.
Oh, should I? Do you know what? I'm just going to message all of the Parisians and Mauritians I know, and I'm going to get that going.
Anyway, I'm sure he'll be caught before long. Nobody manages to escape the long arm of the law forever. Speaking of which... Ah, good, you're all here. Excuse me, Mr. Inspector Valerti, sir. Falcon and I were wondering, did you get your injuries while defending the old Bastille prison? Don't drag me into this, you fool. I was joking. You impudent whelps, I'm not that old. I sustained these injuries when in the July Revolution, 18 years ago. I was a royal guard, just a lowly peon. Hang on, wasn't he more pirate? Arr, yeah, the air was thick with gunpowder and blood. Oh, great, now you've set him off. We were given the order to charge at a rebel barricade. My comrades and I fastened our bayonets. Suddenly, boom, without warning, a gunpowder keg exploded. My comrades were dead. I was heavily wounded. That's when I looked up and saw a looming figure standing between the gargoyles of Notre Dame. It was the Viridian Killer himself. This is a fascinating story, Inspector, but perhaps you could tell us why we are here. Ah, right. Of course, why we're here. What I am about to tell you is to remain strictly confidential, you understand? It's a matter of national security. As you've probably heard, France is under threat from a certain heinous group. Terrorists, revolutionaries, hipsters.
I swear to God, if you pick revolutionaries, I am...
That's the correct answer, though.
If Steve picks revolutionaries as a terrible threat, I will in no way rip the earphones from his head and strangle him with a plastic bag that I have just found behind me, and I won't then set his house on fire as I move to a different country.
Well, you're rather playing into the accusations at that point. If anything, that's more terrorist behaviour.
Sorry, you know how I feel as someone who believes that revolution is necessary to enact change. I don't really... Yeah, no, you're right. You hit me right in my core. I don't really believe in killing innocents, so...
No, well, revolutionaries is the right answer, but they've given us the option of hipsters, so I want to see what these 19th century... Oh, yeah, sure. What these 19th century birds make with that term that certainly wasn't around.
Went to the salon.
Hipsters. It's true. The other day I was called a pop-loving pleb for enjoying Chopin. Chopin. I knew that wasn't going to be right.
Sorry, I'm
Chopin.
only here for French pronunciation.
No, that's fine. Now's not the time for joking, you two. The inspector's obviously talking about the growing rumours of an uprising. Correct. A rebellion is coming. Wait, what? This voice is going... Pirate.
Right, take
Indeed.
over.
Yeah, rebels. There's a storm brewing in the shadows of Paris. That was a good phrase to get me back into the accent. If ever you need, like, an activating phrase for pirates, there's a storm brewing. We, the Paris Police Department, have known about it for months. No, years. In every tavern and on every street corner, people talk of organising protests and overthrowing the government. The king has ordered for public gatherings to be dispersed and newspapers to be censored, but the whispers of dissent remain. Oh. No surprise there. If you take away an angry citizen's ability to speak, they will just get even angrier. Current day UK. Indeed. And that's why it's paramount that we find and strike at the heart of the rebel group as soon as possible. For that, I need your help. What exactly do you want us to do? Interview citizens, scout your locations. Find the secret rebel meeting location that has escaped the eyes of the police. General bootlicking. Do we have any leads? Just one. We know that the rebels are having weapons supplied to them by a crooked merchant who is only referred to as the croque monsieur. Monsieur. Like the sandwich? What? How do you say that? Croque monsieur?
Yeah, croque monsieur.
Croque monsieur. It's a hot sandwich. Cheese, ham, a little bechamel. Throw on some peppers if it's a Friday night.
No, croque monsieur. I prefer croque madame, but, and that's not a euphemism, but no, croque monsieur, if you can get a good one. I have spent, oh, you know me and my food, I have spent months trying to perfect a croque monsieur, and I can never get one as I do along that river.
Fair enough. Sounds alright. I don't, ham and cheese and all that. I don't think I've had bechamel sauce, so I don't know what that's about. But anyway, this has nothing to do with sandwiches. Croque monsieur is the alias of an accomplished and notoriously dangerous arms dealer. In any case, that's everything the Parisian police know. That's everything. That's all you have to demonstrate after years of tracking. Naturally, as a public prosecutor, it is my duty to help the police with their investigative work. I would be honoured to lend any and all assistance. Suck up. That's very good to hear, Monsieur Cocorico. But what about you, Falcon? Well, to be honest, Inspector, I don't quite understand why you're asking me. I'm a private defence attorney. I work for citizens who get stuck in legal trouble. Rebel hunting isn't quite my forte. You want to know why I'm asking you? Look around you, Falcon. We are surrounded by corruption and incompetence. The judges are bloodthirsty wolves, literally. The jailers are thieving ravens, literally. And the National Guard are sitting ducks. That is yet to be proven to be literal. Look at the slackers and dullards who supposedly protect and serve this country. Nobody cares about justice anymore. You saw my shameful display at the previous trials. Those are the results I produce with imbeciles to assist me. But you three, you care. Falcon, I saw you defending Dame Cataline and Prince Juan. I heard of your escapades around the city, frantically collecting evidence and interviewing witnesses. I even heard you fell into a river and broke into one man's house. Frankly, you did more investigative work over the last month than I've seen any policeman do in a year. Not including myself, of course. But Dame Cataline... It doesn't matter, you have passion and conviction, and you aren't a total bird brain. By my book, that makes you a fantastic investigator, even if that is not in your job description. So what do you say? Do you want to sit around your office, twiddling your thumbs, we don't have thumbs, until another pointless job offer falls into your lap? Or do you want to take this opportunity to do something great and help us track down the animals who wish to harm our glorious nation. Jesus Christ, should we all stand up and applaud? Thanks, but no thanks. Yeah, he sounds like he's running for office. I don't know. I think it's fucking... Oh no. Is this... Yeah, this is post-Napoleon, isn't it? Because the current king is a penguin. So, I don't know if he's corrupt. Oh, let's help, because otherwise the plot probably won't progress. I would be honoured to help my country, Inspector. Consider us on board. Excellent, just what I wanted to hear. I had no idea you were such a patriot, JJ. There's nothing wrong with a little national pride. Oh dear. Here we go. Just be careful where you're going with this, Falcon. Yeah, pride is fine and all, but do we get any compensation for this? Of course, here's 50 francs. You will receive another 50 upon the completion of your work. 50 francs? Psh, we're being undersold. Hush, Sparrowson, this is a great opportunity. I don't want to keep you any longer than necessary. You already have all the key facts of the investigation. Find the elusive croc, monsieur. Find whether the rebels are congregating. Those are your 2 tasks. I will check up on your progress in 3 weeks' time. See what you can accomplish by then. It will take me 3 weeks to get back the vocal integrity to be able to do this voice again at length. I'll be doing my own independent investigation into the rebel group, JJ, so I suppose this is a competition of sorts. Try to keep up with me. Don't make me laugh, Severin. I'll have all the rebel leaders behind bars before you even have your first suspect. Come on, Sparrowson, we have a croque monsieur to hunt. Okay, let's go. Here, I knew a little competition would kick those bird brains into gear. Well, Inspector, this has been a productive meeting. I should probably start my investigation into the croque monsieur too. Not so fast, Cocorico. There is something else we need to discuss. Oh, but we don't get to see it. Well, blimey. We have all these places we can visit, and all of them take up time. The chocolate emporium probably isn't relevant, and it would require me to do my terrible German accent again.
Oh, come on. Ich könnte... Also, können wir sprechen ein bisschen Deutsch?
Nein.
Warum nicht?
Danke.
That's all I
Nein.
can contribute, so...
Let's go to the hospital, because Sparrowson does need to. He took a bullet for us in the last case by... we were trying to work out how someone was poisoned.
Krankenhaus.
The what?
Hospital. You know that very back in the day viral thing where it sort of compared European
the language. And Germany was always the more violent sounding one.
I think Germany, that German sounds beautiful. But,
I think they got a lot of fantastic words, yeah. But yeah, basically we were trying to figure out how someone was poisoned with this chocolate, and we had this chocolate wrapper, and he ate it basically, and it found out it was poisoned by nearly killing himself. So he.
No, naturally.
Oh, Octokrieger in the chat says you called for a German.
Also, wie geht's?
Are you actually German, Krieger? That's because I assumed this was just from the, what's it called? The fucking show that character's from. Begins with an A. The spy show. Archer, that's it. Thank you, Krieger.
Oh, Krieger. Yeah. No, I assumed that was once you got your
He says I can't run from it. Oh, so I guess...
Krieger can be... it's a very Benelux name. So not necessarily German, but within that sphere.
Oh God, what was the doctor's voice again? Oh yeah, nasal. There he is, Sparrowson. Go ahead, say what you need to say. Excuse me, Dr. Fowret. I just wanted to thank you for, giving me an antidote and making me well and stuff.
It's no trouble at all, Sparrowson, wasn't it? Of course, there is the small matter of the debt.
Right.
Let's see, 1 hospital bed, 1 dose of a specialised antidote, expert medical care from the attending physician. The total comes to 500 francs.
Falcon, can I get an advance on this month's pay and next month's, and maybe the month afterwards? Calm down, Sparrowson. I'm sure the doctor's a reasonable man. He will surely allow you to pay in instalments.
Of course, of course.
Oh, thank goodness. With my current wages, I should be able to fully pay off the debt by the 20th century. Hey, your pay isn't that bad.
Now, there's no need for quibbling. I have a suggestion. You messieurs are lawyers, yes? If you do some pro bono work for me, I may be able to knock the bill down a little. Maybe to say 100 francs?
Oh, that sounds much more manageable.
The way you do that.
What kind of legal work do you have in mind?
Debt collection.
Sounds fun or sounds time consuming? We're going to have to break some kneecaps. How's this working? Is the doctor part of the mafia? And that actually sounds quite fun. It'll be a nice change from this croque-monsieur nonsense. Yes, give us the details, Doctor.
There is a man I treated for a small injury a couple of years ago. He's been evading my attempts at collecting on his bill ever since. I wouldn't normally pursue medical bills so aggressively, but I know that the man is a successful inventor. Sorry, I have a stutter. He can easily afford to front the bill. I would greatly appreciate it if you would pay him a visit and strong-arm him into loosening his purse strings.
Well, I'm not making any promises, but maybe we can swing by the inventor's house if we have a free minute. Thanks, Falcon. And thank you, Doctor. We will dedicate every waking moment to collecting this debt. Wait, I didn't agree to that. Every waking moment. Dr. Krieger says the Doctor is always part of one mafia or another. Big needle, as they call it.
Very soon.
Okay.
Okay, the things going down there. Palais de Louvre,
The Louvre, yeah, I know that one, thankfully. Library.
Palais Justice. My favourite one is Le Canard Joyeux, which is the thing, but it's the Happy Duck.
Oh, is that what that is?
I-
Oh, cool.
Is that not one of the Michelin-starred restaurant of the Twatty Man?
The what?
The Twatty Man.
You'll have to narrow it down.
Heston Blumenthal, I think it is.
Oh, is it? Has he got a place called the Happy Duck?
Maybe I may be completely wrong, but Le Canard Joyeux, the one that your cursor is on currently, Le Canard Joyeux means the Happy Duck.
Oh. In this, it's a student tavern, but yeah.
Well.
Yeah. Right, let's go see this inventor then at Atelier de Trove. The workshop of Gustave Trove? Trove?
Hang on, where am I looking on the screen? Well, it depends what language it is, but if it's French, trouver.
Trove, okay. Eccentric engineer and inventor, alright. Going on a side quest then. Oh, Jesus. Okay, I got to think of a voice for this guy. What even is that under there? That's like a dog in a wig or something.
Oh, but okay, he's called Gustave.
Oh, it might require...
Not a common French name. That seems like a name that parents of Spanish or Hispanic things have come. So let's see how racist you can get with this.
Oh, Jesus, we've already had Spanish and German, and they both went terribly. I guess due to his no offense to any Germans listening, Krieger.
It looks like a really fat pug.
Yeah.
Stuffed in a skirt.
Yeah, or possibly a schnauzer or something with the sort of moustache.
He looks like a dog.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Okay.
Let's do it woofy.
Yeah. Come in. It'll get better with time. Are you Monsieur Gustave Trove? I am. And you are? Her debt collectors cough up scrum bag. Lawyers, let's talk. Krieger mercifully says, none will ever be taken. I make fun of Germans as well. Fair enough. Well, this guy's bigger than us, so I'm not going to try and intimidate him. Lawyers, let's talk. We're lawyers sent on behalf of Dr. Falret. We're here to collect the debt that you owe. It's time to pay up, monsieur. Oh, mon Dieu. I completely forgot about that. See, I just always go back to this kind of walrus voice that I have.
What doing this kind of voice?
Yeah, I did this for the chocolatier as well.
I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea what
Which
you're
is not
talking
German, but I can't do German, so it just ends up like this.
What German is done very much.
Listen, I would be happy to pay, but
German.
It looks like I don't quite have enough money on hand. What to do? Okay, I'm getting it now. It's going to come across a little camp, but I can only work with stereotypes. See, and now we're going a bit Eastern European. Yeah, I don't.
You have to keep it punctuated.
I'm trying.
Germanic languages, so English, French, English, Dutch, German, Norwegian, Swedish, Danish, Icelandic.
Yeah.
You have to keep it. They have a very different pattern of speaking. You have to keep it punctuated.
Okay. Well, I'm doing my best, all right?
Well,
I can barely speak English a lot of the time.
You're hiring me as your linguistic consultant, right?
Apparently, yeah. Krieger says that sounds like part German, part French. Yeah, this is what happened with Spanish as well. It's like it just sort of veered back into French, and I didn't want to go full Speedy Gonzales because
I'm here to work on your phonetics and make dick jokes and to annoy you, nothing else.
Krieger agrees with what you said, so yeah. Okay, I've lost it now. Yeah. I know, I have a brand new invention that will blow the doctor's socks off. See, it's just going back into the walrus voice. It's a device that will completely revolutionize the surgical field. I imagine the doctor would prefer...
That sounds fucking Caribbean, my friend.
We're never going to get through this at this rate. 9. Hard cash over some gadget.
Said Aviary.
No, trust me. This I can't do it. It's like it's either Nazi or incredibly camp German man.
Well, it has to be either if you're going for German.
I know, I can't. No,
Nazi
trust me.
German. I know the Nazis. I don't think that anyone listening to this will think, oh yeah, the Nazis had some good ideas. They were still German.
Yes, I know. I'm terrible at the voices. Okay, here, let's get through it.
You're brilliant.
This baby will easily be worth 100,000 francs. The doctor will love it. Oh, alright, then hand the device over and I'll pass it along to Dr. Falrat straight away. Well, it's not that simple. The device isn't finished yet. It's not finished? I know exactly what needs to be done, but I'm missing some crucial parts. Perhaps if you had some time to spare, you could help me out? Run out and collect what I need? What? No, monsieur, that's absurd. If you have shopping to do, then you should do it yourself. Falcon, please help the man. I can't spend the rest of my life in debt. Alright. No need to get all panicky. We'll hear the man out at least. Great, I'll take notes. What is it that you need, monsieur? It's the changing between them that loses me.
I will say, from a distance from the microphone, which will still pick up, you do best with German accent so it's Austrian when you sound like Arnold Schwarzenegger, which is what you've been doing.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up watching Arnold Schwarzenegger, so that might be the closest I've got.
Into it, go Austrian.
Let's see it. I need a copper pot. I'll be back. A pot, as in like a saucepan. What on earth for? Dr. Krieger says, yes, most of the Nazis was Germans. Yes, it's true. Little known fact.
I would like to know the statistics on that. I'm not disagreeing with you.
I think probably most of them were. I know there was made up of other...
Yeah, but it depends what you define as most. If you go with the majority, at what point do you get majority? We forget that Europe wasn't defined in the same countries that it is now. And this is purely... sorry. I'm a mixed race bisexual woman. I am not, and I'm sure the streamer is giving me eyes right now to stop.
No, I'm not giving you eyes. I'm just aware of like trying to get through this single scene.
I'm not questioning what you're saying to say it's wrong. I'm questioning what you're saying because I genuinely would love to know the statistics of it.
Well,
and I'm sorry.
Oh, that's fine. And Krieger says there were others as well. I will agree on that.
There were others as
yeah, as in it, obviously it wasn't all Germans, but
okay.
Also, I'm not giving her eyes, Krieger. Chill out. Anyway, my eyes do whatever they want.
You're doing eyes. Hang on. Are you videoing?
No, there's no visual component.
Oh, right. Then, in which case, where the fuck did that come from?
Well, because you said so, he picked up on it.
Right.
This is what the microphone does. It picks up what we're saying. Anyway, it's a necessary component of my invention. I can use it to build a portable electric battery. Get to the chopper. You see, when the zinc rod is suspended in sulfuric acid accompanied by a copper surface, a current is generated. Save me your scientific mumbo-jumbo. One metal pot should be trivial to acquire. There's nothing trivial about this. One copper pot. Oh, the copper part is important? Okay, one copper pot. I wonder where we could find one of those. I've seen copper kettles at Le Halle Market, although those things aren't too cheap.
Liz was that Hages or Halles?
Hall ES was the spelling.
Hales.
Halles.
Hages.
Halles, okay.
Hayes or Hages. Depending on where you are in the Hispanic sphere.
I can't help but feel that I saw a copper pot somewhere else. What else? String. High-grade string to bind some components of the device together. Jesus Christ. Seems simple enough. I imagine that market would have that in abundance. Can we really afford to blow our whole budget at the market, Falcon? Surely there's a cheaper way to acquire string. Look, I have a loose thread on my jacket. Take it. String must be higher quality than that, monsieur. I need something that's fishing line grade. Fishing line grade. I don't know why I said it like that. Oh, I see. Was there anything else that you wanted, monsieur? Some books, confectionaries, alcohol, groceries, perhaps? No, that's everything. Alright, I've got it all written down. Dr. Krieger says, did you just skip saying a certain thing on purpose? No, never.
Yeah, no.
This is all verbatim.
What are you referring to?
I never add in or take away anything.
I think you may have said at some point.
I feel a little conned. We came here to collect on a debt and left with a shopping list. We're going to follow through and get Monsieur Trouvé's items, right? We'll see. Yeah, that was a fucking shit show on multiple levels. I feel like we've just acquired 6 other side quests.